This shit a bot on me. Alright, let's get it. Set this my shit on. I'm about to charge my controller soon. Start this investigation. There's a dumbbell on the floor and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Yeah, no shit, Makoto. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed it. Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Nice! Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Let's take a look at CHIHIRO. I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. CHIHIRO's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. I don't think it is, though. Well, but...
What?
But we're still not sure he did. Is that what you want to say? I mean... First of all, you're assuming that Genocide Jack is... a guy that's, you know, can't be doing that in 2021. But doesn't she like only kill? I could have, or am I tweaking? I might be tweaking. I wonder about that. So are we not actually gonna investigate the body? Okay. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. This poster's got some blood on it. Must have happened during the murder. Yakuya? If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating. Alright, fuck you too. They use this locker room one at a time. Now it's kind of side Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, I still think she came on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? Are we not allowed to be out that late though? Hina and myself are using the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However...
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. So Sakura's account has been added. Okay. Mondo, why you standing behind the damn thing like you hide or something? Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard CHIHIRO talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which, I guess explains the trip down here. But, does she really need to get that stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. Can't be saying that, Makoto. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about all that stuff. The cause of CHIHIRO's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Now, I believe it's about time for us to move on. What's up? I think that's a W. I'm gonna just say that's a W, and I'm just call you P. What's up, P? And I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but...
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. And of course, we just follow him because Makoto doesn't have a backbone or thinks for himself. So, this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Nigga, this ain't fun. What's wrong with you? I guess this is looking like Wonder Pool really ends up showing nothing to do with the case. Oh, well, I got a coin for that, so you know. Poggers. Probably give me another coin from this, you know, Poggers. Minigun. How you doing? Maybe this gun was used to no pause without true riddle with hoes. True. Fuck it, let's go in here. Bruh, let me investigate. Remember, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that then quickly and sharply claps his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Oh, well, there it is. Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question
You need
for
something?
you. Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while a door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, CHIHIRO's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since CHIHIRO was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words...
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. My poop? Oh, my shit. Got you. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self. Well, damn. Man's got mad.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader. Blah, 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 blah. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Bruh. Okay. Surveillance camera here's back. I only assume there's a gun attached to it, so chilling. The hunk of the metal block in the entrance looks like some kind of machine. Gate. Nigga, what am I looking for here? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. Byakuya is so smug. Byakuya is a dickhead. No, wait. There's 3 of them. What are they doing here? Wait, is it the e-handbooks that are dead? Is that what that is? So, you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. Then what the fuck are you acting so smug about it for, nigga? It's not like you knew it was there the entire time. You found it on accident. Fuck that. Bro, I can't stand this. Seems there's a system in place when the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on the e-handbooks, and when I did, Sayaka Mizuno. You're right. It's Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Someone still has CHIHIRO's e-handbook. Otherwise, it would have been delivered. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been right in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only after loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. See. Yeah, now I understand. Main hall e-handbooks.
What?
Hey, hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. The handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook shows Junko's name when I started it up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pwned with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Oh, it got broke. It got broke. Pwned with baseballs. The memory came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I see it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure and it's waterproof to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit with it, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing e-handbooks have one single weak point. It does?
I can't hear you.
But it's a secret, and I wouldn't want you go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook. Maybe it's not charged. I don't fucking know. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed CHIHIRO. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? Can I leave now? I'm gonna leave now. Hold on, there's still more waiting to be decided. Hey, what do you want? You want me to talk to you? Is that it? What do you mean by that, Byaku? To be exact, not quite. I want to reveal CHIHIRO's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Bruh, what? Okay. Then, you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed CHIHIRO?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. I find that hard to believe. The murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right? There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nicknamed it? Okay, yeah, Genocide Jack. He's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urgent legend. Still, one of us who never says that killer yet. You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Alright, let me talk to you.
Don't make...
And I have a basis to believe that I assure you Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's someone I'd like to take you. There's someone I'd like to take you. There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed CHIHIRO. Evidence? Does something like that really... Ah, hey, you two! Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play
We're
with you.
busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me. What's up?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean...
But it's an emergency. What? An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was always acting pretty strange, right? What should we do, Byaku? Why are you asking him?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second and see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Well, he said. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina?
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Alright, where the fuck this bitch at? That's Celeste. That's Junko. Is Toko inside some kind of emergency? Bro, open the door. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did... was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. So, how about we open the fucking door, Makoto? The door swung open slowly and silently. Yo, what the fuck? She look like she tripping off bath salts. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
I'm sorry? Huh? Wait, run that by me one more time? Huh? Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. Whoops, my phone dropped. Oh, drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? The nigga she simps for. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? Gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, and I'm making a sound and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Bro, she looks hella shook. Hella shook. What the fuck? Is she having a mental breakdown? Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Baku? A Bakula.
It's Byakuya.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And she's gone. Alright. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. Wow. The simp wasn't strong enough. It's crazy. Imagine. There's nothing else we can do. Let's go back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. Nah, that's sus. That's sus as hell, boy. Sus as hell, boy. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of it. Why you so fucking defensive, nigga? Damn. You looking real kind of suspect right now, you know?
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up like the little bitch following boy you are. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Alright, what we doing here? Is the evidence that proves genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay. There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. Yeah, I'll try and get my Monokuma coins. What you talking about? There's no point checking there. We need to find real clues. Then, nigga, where? Huh? You want me to go over here? There's nothing over here. What the fuck? Over here? If I remember on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. There's so much dust too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, so get to looking, I suppose. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Something was in there. It looks like a cord or some shit. What the fuck is that? Though, judging by the smudge of this, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. Ah, extension cord. Haha, I'm a smarty. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Don't really think about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye, and indeed select that file. Oh wow, this nigga actually complimented me, that's crazy. Huh?
that's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Oh, are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling what crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Just open the fucking file. Nigga. Every episode, Makoto makes me more fucking sad. Why are you such a bitch all the time?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They tell all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a common man. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadow. Man, get this Illuminati shit out of here. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Nigga, open the fucking file. I mean, bitch me. There's a ton of stick files stuffed on the bookshelf. If you think of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? Well, what do you mean? All those files, there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you expect to leak. Oh. And yet you still don't look at it. You actually make me so sad. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover the value for yourself. Bro, every time I try to look at something, you're like, oh no, don't look at that. That's bad. You won't look at that. You could die from looking at that. Dickhead. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Bianca using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? It's just a bunch of secret cryptic shit that normal niggas aren't supposed to know about. Bet you won't let me look at. The entire reason I'm interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How can anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. Ah yes, because nothing like reading government secrets and seeing gruesome images of murder scenes to really excite you, you know? It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. This is just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room just like this at our house. Home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How's that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have with me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must show all levels of this world. I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya's actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interests me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As I talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Byakuya, the very outgoing partner. More like Byakuya, the dickhead. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that the victims were murdered. Is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to CHIHIRO. But that could easily be frameable, could it not? Someone trying to pin it on Genocide Jack, just like Sayaka tried to pin Leon's death on Makoto. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristics, where the victims are suspended, the only one who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and the other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite
So,
simple.
in other words,
the culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. I still have doubts.
in other words,
That's right. There's the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden among the rest of us. That Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. That, I swear to God, boy, if Makoto does this, I have lost every ounce of respect. Every ounce of respect is gone. All of it. All of it. All of it. If you go back in that case file, don't you ask him for shit. I seriously have to ask this nigga, don't I? Oh my god. Wait, what the fuck? What's this? Oh, it's a camera. Okay. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file, could you let me
That's
see it?
fine.
Well, he didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Why do I have to ask when the case file is right there? You can legit grab it yourself. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. The murder cases of Genocide Jack, top secret. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached a page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. Oof. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Komasuna Taro, Takefuma Gono, Uchida Naoshia, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There's no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profile results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during the holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killer to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it can be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. What? This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So
Oh
in
my
other
god,
words,
it's fucking THO. It has to be. She saw blood. She fainted. She lost a stutter. Started talking all weird and shit. And then, with that shit at the door, talking about, I won't let Genocide Jack, he can take control. And with multiple personality disorders, each personality is fighting for control over the other. And I guess she must have promised Byakuya, because Byakuya knew. Byakuya knew that it was her because he read the thing, and he even said that he solved the case. So he confronted her, and then fucking confronted her about it. It was like, hey, look, I know you did this. He was like, and then she was like, I promise I won't do it again, or some shit. That was the promise. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. If I'm right, if I'm not right, then I'm just dumb. But I guarantee I'm right. A split personality, like the kind of thing you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. No, I think the fact that you're trapped inside of a school, forced to kill each other or live here forever is pretty unbelievable, you know? It's pretty out there. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind is gone numb. Nah, we going back to THO right now. Yeah. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finish our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out the library to catch up, like the little bitch that I am. Well, this is where we part ways. I have been things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to
You're just gonna leave me? Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Do you really think we'd be together the whole time? I thought what we had was special. Fuck you, nigga. I don't care. Bye. Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
I need you to tell me that, nigga. Just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly, he'd asked me to join him. He cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. Pause. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed CHIHIRO. No. Also no. Because, one thing I did notice, the victims were killed by scissors. CHIHIRO was killed by a blunt object. And they were suspended by the scissors. Right? Did anyone else see that? Because I saw that. So if it was really Genocide Jack, why would she be suspended by having a rope or whatever the fuck tied to her wrist? Somewhere I have to go investigate. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. Yeah. Find out everything I can. Yeah, I know. I was already gonna do that. I'ma prove my theory. Wait, isn't it here? It is here, isn't it? Yeah, it is here. I'm telling you, bro. My brain is low-key massive. What are you doing here?
Da-da-da-da-da!
Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. No, the fuck you haven't.
I feel as if...
Another static crease for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will seal the killer's breath before his lungs. Will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. I can't read. Are you sure about that? It filled me the bane of the Dangan existence on me. Oh yes, Miss Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? I'm just gonna scratch my head and turn to the side on that one. Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be, nigga? Move out my way, Tubby. Alright, see? You see? No scissors. No scissors anywhere. And also another thing, if Bloodlust was written by Genocide Jack, right? And assume my theory about Genocide Jack being THO is correct, wouldn't she have blood on her fingers? And if she snapped out at the scene, the crime scene. Oh wait. Would she have fainted again, or would she have had enough strength to wash it off? She probably would have. I feel like she would have fainted. I feel like she would have fainted again. I don't know. That's interesting. But still, yeah. Let's talk to Kyoko. Wait, what's this? Was this always here? There's a blood-stained carpet only being caused by CHIHIRO's murder. Or, let me talk to Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However...
Ooh, she says indeed. But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well...
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But...
So then...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine CHIHIRO's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And CHIHIRO's handbook is missing. Someone has it. Otherwise, it would have been delivered. Would it have not? I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Aha! You see? You see? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug. It's the extension cord. Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. CHIHIRO's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which, again, Genocide Jack uses scissors, so it can't be Genocide Jack. Which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended in a fatal blow. First, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. You see? You see? Suspended with scissors. And multiple scissors. Actually, what the fuck? How'd she get that many scissors? Now that I think about it, she just carrying scissors? Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 scissors. 2. 1 in each hand. 1 in each wrist. 1 in the head, or the neck, I think. And like 2 in the upper chest area. We're seeing them again. After looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? I'm about to body everyone in this fucking class trial again. No, that's wrong. Aw, man. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was suspended to these crimes, and to figure out there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, I might have to look at the genocide case file one more time. Well, I think that's everything here. What, it's mine? I talked to everyone already, though. Door leads out to the pool. Boogie! Take a look at Bloodlust one more time. No. Soccer.
Damn. No forgiveness.
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. Would a wretched beast do such a thing? I cannot forgive this. Well, damn. Someone's upsetty. Mondo? You got a real conflict about being elite? Yeah. Well, what else am I supposed to check? I think that's everything. Can I leave now? Where, Makoto? The camera? Oh my god.
No!
Do I need to investigate CHIHIRO's body again? I want to take a look at the case file too, but you won't let me fucking leave. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Girls' locker room doesn't seem like this kind of place you find something like this. That is interesting. You know what? Before we do that, let's come here. I'm interested. That's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet. Interesting. Huh? This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Why the fuck would this be in the boys' locker room? Wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? Well, if they were, what reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. This leads into the pool, correct? It does lead into the pool. Damn, that's a nice ass pool though. Let me take a dip. Let me take a dip. I'm trying to take a dip. Hey. Let me take a dip. Let me take a dip. Maybe there's some kind of clue in the lockers. Guess not. Worth a shot. Hey. That pool do be looking kind of refreshing though. Everything, I think it is. Okay, it said talk about people that frequent the gym. Only people I know that would frequent the gym are Sakura, Hina, Mondo, and Moral Compass dude. I keep forgetting his name because I don't like him. Oh my god. So let's talk to Sakura real quick. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. Bingo! There it is. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet. Makoto, common sense, bro. Think. We were just in there. We just saw the carpet. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain there to begin with. Disappearing stain. It's so fucking obvious. Well, okay. I don't need to talk about anything else. Celeste. Let's go talk to Celeste. What the fuck is the warehouse? It's at the first floor. Okay, got you. Stepping on the beach. Oh shit. Why he scared me?
how unfortunate.
I feel confess I'm very sick of talking about that. You offer nothing to me. You fucking waste of space. That's the headmaster's room. Oh, he said dormitory. That's right. That's right. Wait, where do I go again? I can navigate, don't worry about it. What's up, Celeste? Celeste? What are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It is absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. Is that a fact, Jack? From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. You don't say. How very interesting. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Well, yeah, I'm trying to solve a murder, you know, so I don't die. Why wouldn't I ask you about the case? Stupid? Why is everyone so stupid in this game? Then you did find something? Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. CHIHIRO was in the warehouse. Okay. What? Really?
Indeed.
This was right before nighttime. Ooh. She was one of the last people to see CHIHIRO while she was alive, before she died. Before she got kilted.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're
Got
right.
it, those.
Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone. CHIHIRO. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. I assume she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but... Nah, she out of there. She gone. She gone. She gone. It appears she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. Curiouser and curiouser. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Damn. That's kind of a bit harsh, don't you think? Don't you think, Matt? Discussion. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. The strange thing is, there was no trace of a tack jacket or a duffel bag. Celeste said she saw CHIHIRO carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Or, interesting. Is there anything else in here I need to worry about? I don't think so. What are you doing? The mastermind must have been watching these heroes killed. They know what's happened. They're so far. He has to go through it. That's a small ass camera. There's all different kinds of food stacked up. I don't see anything noteworthy. There's all kind of stuff piled up everywhere. I don't see anything noteworthy. I'm gonna just check it all because you never know. This must be that protein shit. Alright. Saw that it was there. Where else could I possibly go now? You think they'll let me at CHIHIRO's room? Guess that's a no. Fuck. What all the in? I almost said something completely wrong. What all did Kyoko say? Check out, find her handbook. How am I supposed to find her handbook? Someone definitely has it, but how am I supposed to figure out who has it though? That's the thing. am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going this way. I need to find out who she came in here with and why. But no one's gonna admit. What are you feeling saying?
I feel.
That's it. I'm
Okay, yeah. I'm so lost. Maybe it's in the hallway. Camera, gun, it's not in here. Hina, that's right, Hina. Okay. I forgot, I mentioned her. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Seems before, she won't come out. She just keeps on mumbling something about genocide Jack. So I just left her there. That's right, you need to go back to the library. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was just getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what the fuck did I just say? Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. What about humans? and you know, animals, and trees, the world. Really? I bet CHIHIRO would have liked to eat more donuts. And that was her one big regret. I don't think donuts would be her regret, Hina. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something earlier. She said that even though you and her invited CHIHIRO to exercise with you, she always refused.
yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to all the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? I mean, I was always fine around talking to girls, unless I liked them. But, like, just as, like, being chill and being friends, I was always fine in that regard. I have more of a trouble talking to niggas, because niggas are assholes. But that's besides the point, and I'm getting personal. Maybe she was used to the guy spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Well, to be fair, we never saw Sayaka as the kind of backstabbing bitch that she is, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Wrong way again. Actually, I'll just come back. I'll go to the library first. Because I think Makoto is gonna make the connection that I made. And when he does, that's when I'm gonna go talk to Toko. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, am I finally gonna be able to get it this time on my own? I know it's around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? I'm gonna do something like that. I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Are you fucking serious? This dickhead. What do you mean? Wait, that's on the top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. Bruh. Actually, bruh. The lamp won't turn on. I see it's not plugged in. The lamp cord is long enough to reach the outlet from here. Last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Someone took the extension cord and suspend CHIHIRO. Come on, bruh. Use your common sense. Oh, that's it? Showtime, boys.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Oh, I just tried to crack my neck and it cracked the wrong way. Ah, that fucking hurt.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Oh, no, that's bad.
The class
Oh, that's
trial.
real bad. I can't. I can't move it in that way no more. That's tough.
Remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Let me try it one more time.
See you soon.
Oh, fuck. Me neck. It's about to begin. I'm ready. I'm here for it. So, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or am I missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How far forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time. Yeah, my theory's basically confirmed at this point with what he just said.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like that, and just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. Oh, I wish that was an image. I would have laughed. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe he would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Whew. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed CHIHIRO. CHIHIRO Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. How do I say it? Relax, I'm not saving because I ended. I'm just saving just to save. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. Gave a small nod in reply. One last breath, I walked to the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Second favorite trial in the game? The steel box sank with heavy clunking and clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Okay, wait, because I know I forgot, because I haven't done this in like a week or so. In the closing thing where we like, you know, flat out just like, hey, you did it, right? What do I have to do? I have to press like X on beat and then like triangle on beat or some shit like that when they're like all in the crosshair, I think. Because I know I fucked that up last time. But to be fair, they didn't tell me to do that on beat, so it's not my fault. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? No. Don't only start time with stupid questions. Just get this over with. Press X on B until they're all selected, and press triangle once on B. Got you. Thank you, boo boo. Good. You're rip raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. It do be that time. And so, the curtain opened once again. Wait, hold on, let me get in my... A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes, sir. I forgot it tells me to save, so I'm just gonna overwrite this. Yes, sir. Alright, set skills, because I know I should have some more. Pretty sure. I don't. Wow, really? Oh, shit. Me, damn. Fuck. Alright. You know the vibes. Go over all the evidence one more time. The victim was CHIHIRO Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Damn. Sakura's account. Although CHIHIRO wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Aoi, and many have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, CHIHIRO had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room from the night she was murdered. Locker room dumbbell. The dumbbell found on the floor of the girl's locker room had a significant amount of blood on it. Mondo's count. CHIHIRO had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assumed that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she might strength more than anything else. I see. Card reader. To unlock a locker room, you need to swipe your handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and a female student's for the girls. It is not possible for two people to enter it at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulations, but like Yaki said, borrow it, blah 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 blah. The handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall. Broken e-handbook. One of the e-handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks both seem to still work, so it's assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have been broken. What if this is CHIHIRO's handbook? Genocide Jack case files. Suspected Genocide Jack victim include... I'm not reading all those fucking names again. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. Yo. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall, where bloodlust was found at the scene of each crime, written in the victim's own blood. Profiling indicates the killer is likely a student suffering from a split personality. Toko. Always count. Shiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from the other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she had got along remarkably with her male classmates. Where's locker room, coffee stain, switch posters, on blah blah blah. Shiro's handbook. Was not found on her corpse. Status of the dead body. Disappearing stain. Carvers were switched. Library desk lamp. Someone took extension cord from the library. Celeste's account. Found CHIHIRO with a blue tracksuit and a duffel bag at the warehouse, trying to hide shit. Alright, I think we're good to go. All rise for the Honorable Judge.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out, then I'll punish. Oh,
I know.
Let's talk about the murder weapon.
First, you have to make clear that it was used to deliver the fatal blow. If anyone says anything other than the dumbbell, I'm going to spaz. Wait. Oh no! Wait, can I enhance the difficulty? I don't want it to just be 1. Wait a minute. Shit, I can't. Alright, I'll do it next time. Because I realize the difficulty is on, like, I think, kind or mean. I want it to be set to the hardest, because on the hardest it said that it was like multiple truth bullets and you had to cycle through.
Hero's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Fuck, how do I shoot it? Did I press triangle? Wait.
I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting.
Fuck me. Alright, you know what, just...
certainly would make them.
Alright, let me get back in the groove. Let me back in the groove.
I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting.
Hey yo! Okay.
CHIHIRO's, it appears it was
Game trying to hold me.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Yo, what the...
That certainly would
Bro. Yo, what's going on?
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Jesus Christ, why is that moving so fast?
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
Oh god, on. I mean, I said on again. Oh, Kyoko, I love your voice.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Why wouldn't you, stupid? You gotta investigate the oh my god. Yo, if Kyoko, Byakuya, and Makoto was not here, these niggas would have died already for lack of evidence.
Yes! That's so creepy!
Y'all are children.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
CHIHIRO's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Makoto, hit him with a no that's wrong, because we know that's not true. New element has been added to outside debates. Another one, G? Alright. Where this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. There's a way to keep the white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual marked silencer instead of the white noise, the time will decrease, so take a careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, in which case you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Welcome to luck. That's a lot of elements, G.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong! I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it?
Can you not?
What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Your mama should have swallowed you.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Why ain't you dead? Why ain't Hifumi dead yet? Why CHIHIRO? Kill that nigga. If you gonna kill someone, kill him. Come on.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
One of the carriers of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know, if I'm not mistaken, has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, CHIHIRO was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
They could have had, maybe overheard it, you know, if they were in trouble with the... No. 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 No.
There's only one logical answer I can think of.
No, right? No. I have a very bad theory. And I'm not gonna say it.
Because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
Until we get deeper into it. Because it's blatantly obvious that Genocide Jack did not do it. The murder weapon is inconsistent. The way the body is positioned is consistent, but not in the same way. So...
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's THO.
Well, I was right on that end.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is THO Fukawa.
You lie!
Alright, everybody that said I was wrong, I'm gonna need cash out right now. Pay up. Pay up. Get my money. Answer that phone, because I definitely called it.
Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. THO has, like, blood bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
Bloodophobia?
What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is THO Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
And this is where people started loving THO?
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Why you gotta make it again? It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be THO, but also to not be THO. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Gotcha. Split personality. H.I. What? Huh? Wait. S.H.I. The fuck is that spelling? Wait a minute. I don't... S-C-H-I. I can tell you. S-C-H-I. S-C-H-I. Nah. Schizo?
Now I understand.
I thought it could be that, but I was like...
Jack has a split personality?
But I didn't... Is that what you call being schizophrenic? Having a split personality? I didn't know they were doing the same thing, so I was like, it can't be schizophrenic. But I guess it is.
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have... What did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Schizophrenic is when you, like, have hallucinations, though. Because I learned about that in health class. When we had to go over a mental health unit and shit. It's one of the mental disorders like ADHD and shit. I never said anything about split personality. But, yeah. I guess it is.
Perfectly acceptable. THO's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
A split personality has to do with her behavior. What?
Shoot!
But that's exactly what the fuck. Okay, whatever.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse.
Is that not what I just
fucking
said? Oh my god. Game irritates me sometimes. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when THO trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
More like she was scared of becoming Genocide Jack again. Ooh, yeah. I'm not reading this.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
THO was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
I was right again. 2 for 2.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Oh, nigga, so you didn't solve the case? She legit told you. Oh my god.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
Damn. Exposed.
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Oof.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Oof.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Bruh.
That's the only reason I promised.
Not because you were a serial murderer and you wanted to stop killing, but no, because he said he would go out with you. That's why. Okay, I understand.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear
We hitting them lawyer accusations real hard right now.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Ooh. Damn, but I thought you loved them. Crazy.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Okay, wait a minute. Why do I kind of like her like this?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
I like her voice. Wait a minute.
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
I know, right?
What happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality.
That's a loser name.
So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
I don't think we should turn a blind eye to that. It's kind of dangerous. Wait, how the fuck are you a serial killer? You're a teen. The people you killed were like in their 40s and 30s. Well, they were varying in different ages, but you could definitely be overpowered. I would love for you to try to kill me.
So intense.
Well, Makoto wouldn't do shit but die because she wouldn't do that shit.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
A little lie.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This laugh. this is the murderous fiend genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question? What's up?
What's up? Bro, I love how she's so, yo, why she's so nice now? Yo, be like this all the time, just don't kill me. She's so nice now, like, look at her hands down, she's smiling. You know, that tongue game kind of go crazy, but you know. What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
I'm psychic.
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
I mean, you're partly right, but partly wrong at the same time.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Potentially.
Just kidding again!
Or not.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Interesting.
But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine
Fucking
anyone other than you could murder
I'm 3
someone
for
in
3.
such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Status of the dead body. Poggers.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What
I don't know what the fuck that means, bruh.
Give it up. You killed her.
Alright.
Sorry, but I didn't.
You say that.
Perhaps if you had an...
Oh, an alibi.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Damn, human garbage.
I murder with passion and conviction.
Oh, I didn't even notice. The bloodlust is like written differently.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Japan, the way they read shit, it's from right to left, not left to right. So if she were to write something, it would be on the right side and not the left. But Bloodlust is written on the left. That's another thing. Man,
Imagine
I'm
you go
4
to
for
a
4.
fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee's nuts.
This is no creation of mine.
Nah.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
They're all Japanese. Yes, but there's one person in particular that has a weird way. There's one student in particular that is a little more influenced by American culture than Japanese culture. That's all.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
In the photo from the other Genocide Jack case, look at the neck and the stomach. You'll see the style of the blade message, the victim's fatal injury.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
That's more than a pair, that's like a pair and
But
a half.
Chihiro died from a blow to the head,
Or two
right?
pairs and a half, actually.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second thing was really how she was suspended. The photos of the Genocide Jack case, all the original stabbed through her hands. Here you see how the body was posed when she was suspended.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like
Well,
I
damn.
said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm
How
very
you get
picky about
specially
the
designed
tools I
scissors?
use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
That's a first.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
There is?
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
They were all male.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
The victims are all male.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Not reading this.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
Hello?
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Oh, you're in the yaoi. Got you.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged man madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and convictions across that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur.
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
True.
That does make some amount of sense. Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used a dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Interesting title for scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Hey, yo. Are we just gonna allow her to have that?
She's fully equipped! That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime!
Are we just gonna allow her to have... Wait, no. After this trial, we're just gonna allow her to just have those and live? Bro, lock her up.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong, you can't pen, you gutter dogs, all of you!
Well, damn.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Innocent in this crime, yes. All the others, no.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack case. It's not Hifumi. It's not THO, obviously. It's not Byakuya. Well, actually, he could have, but I doubt he would try to. It's not on. I keep saying Anj. It's not Kyoko. It's not Aoi. It's not Sakura. It's not where Moral Compass dude name is that I keep forgetting. The only two people it could possibly be is Mondo or Byakuya. But I don't think it's Byakuya. I think it's Mondo.
Shoot!
It's not? Alright. Well, I tried.
Here's my answer.
Well,
Byakuya,
damn, Byakuya, you tried
it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
Why would he try to solve his own case, though? That's what I don't understand.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her. So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all? Oh,
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
I see.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Workrooms, they're suspicious, very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious. It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to non-stop debates. More tutorial! Next, we're going to add something called a true flashback. You aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single true bullet. If you shoot or change true bullet, it will disappear from your true cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the answer to a lie prediction in your low true bullets. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to mark. What? When's the best time to flashback? Well, just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd take me with you.
I don't. Because he'd know. Make the contradiction clear. Wait, what? What did he say?
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird.
Let me run it by me one more time. Run it by me.
The victim, what so, of course, there was no time. What's so strange?
Run it by me one more time. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realize there's a clear contradiction there because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
What's so strange? I wish you'd taken me with you.
Oh, okay. I think I get it. I think I got it. I need to...
you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girl...
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
That's one thing.
No, that's wrong!
I press X.
I'll tell you what's so strange about
that flashback feature might fuck me in the future.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. but your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead, show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. He got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing
What's
to do.
the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other genocide happening, evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible. It's hidden in there. Library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
It was not.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
What? The difference between... You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! Then there must be something...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
You
Obviously, somebody
dickhead.
else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Alright, bitch.
What? The difference? You want me to explain when I want to kill, and I use those same...
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya,
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord? What?
Or should I say?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. It's as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still. there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean I really just said what Byakuya said is the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something about what he said. I was not paying attention. I'm not gonna hold you. The extension cord, Genocide Jack's presence, the scene of the crime.
I got it!
Yeah, okay.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later. Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya had been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Unless it shows the murder took place somewhere else, there's something of a switch between the boys' and girls' locker rooms.
I got it!
I got it!
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boy's locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
It's not that the stain was scrubbed away, it was moved.
I got it!
I got it!
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's Definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did CHIHIRO get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But CHIHIRO's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
See, right? Could CHIHIRO really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Broken e-handbook. Hey,
Is it really possible? Could CHIHIRO really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think CHIHIRO used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
I know, right?
Plus,
I think it's
isn't
like,
there
well,
a
it'd be
regulation
like that
against
sometimes.
using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
Shut your ass up, fat ass.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Nigga. Is that it then? CHIHIRO was killing the girls' locker room, Byaku's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Hey, recess, yeah.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? Not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
I'm gonna go play on the monkey bars. What are you talking about?
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So I believe I even knew what was happening. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was the scene of the crime.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Bro.
No, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Religious grounds?
Very well.
I wonder what religion he is.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Bruh.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Could be.
Okay.
Potentially.
Here I go.
I definitely don't rule out the
Sorry,
possibility
Chihiro.
of that.
Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but...
Ew. Don't
What?
remind me it's Morgana.
This is... What is this...
Hello? Why'd she go Super Saiyan?
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Well, I did say from day one that something was off about her. Didn't think it was that, but I guess he was a trap, or he was a trap. Yes.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Innocent Chihiro was a trap.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
It makes sense. It explains why he was so distant about socializing with girls, but was always good with socializing with the guys.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser?
My man's did wear a skirt. Not gonna lie.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. That shit crazy.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but He was a boy through and through!
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is a most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto?
Interesting.
After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Indeed.
But I... I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
True.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
For the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Effing.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Damn.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
Because
My
He's a dickhead.
reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
We are not all good. We are not all good at
No,
all.
I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore everything because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Facts. Trying to get us caught up.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy. This crime scene was the boys' locker room. You would need a boys' handbook to get in. As Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer was stuck to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some clues. Make your argument. Celeste the count. Yeah.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Oh,
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
duh.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Oh, it's not? Well, damn.
Shoot!
Ah, my heart.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who? Well, did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah. All we need.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. It's not like they're just gonna turn.
Game over, man.
No! Not game over!
Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get? I'm sure if someone saw the.
Perhaps someone saw the victim. Yeah. All we need right now is any kind.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Huh?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a trash jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Jacket in a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
True.
So, Mr. Fujisaru was on his way to meet with...
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Ooh.
Huh?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
I guess my first
Think
guess was
back to
alright
the
then.
track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and CHIHIRO's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does your tag jacket really have some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe.
First of all, we know where CHIHIRO was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. This exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
I ain't gonna lie to you, my mind just drew a fat-ass
Not
blank
a chance.
of what I was supposed to do there.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Huh? You heard him, right? What he just said, right? Whew.
First of all, we know where CHIHIRO was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
You never said what color it was.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose?
What do you mean, the specific?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, thank you,
Hold on a
Kyoko.
second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
My testimony.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say CHIHIRO's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was CHIHIRO's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, Did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry, bruh.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony, when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
True.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps.
My
You
suspicion
handed
was
him the
right.
shovel, didn't you? That's what. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew he did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
I suspected Mondo, but not until we discovered the Genocide Jack similarities. Because it said only police and high-ups and government officials and shit like that would know about the way the body was doing it. Mondo's a biker. He's always getting arrested and put into jail or whatever. He's always around cops. So it wouldn't be unheard of for him to overhear a conversation about the Genocide Jack case. That's why I suspected him.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate him?
There was
No,
a
it's the way
certain
he talked.
maybe you did. You only called guys, and after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
I'm low-key not paying that much attention. I was on my phone low-key.
You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Ooh. Here comes the part of every trial of Kyoko finally talks, time to carry.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
Bruh, yeah,
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
My time.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Nigga, say it.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
Is that CHIHIRO's handbook?
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it laying on the ground, then it must belong to
I got it!
CHIHIRO's.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
Maybe heat?
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How, precisely, did the handbooks get broken?
Heat? I don't know. I would break there's only one possible by exploiting a bug by heating its weak point.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
Yes, nigga.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long,
I was right.
it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Extreme heat.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
Damn, 200 degrees? What the fuck?
It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
I see. Interesting information.
I learned one new fact today.
I learned one new fact today. What an informative class.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma
Because
said he didn't tell
CHIHIRO
anyone,
found
right?
it out first and told Mondo to be careful because he knew that he was going in the sauna when they had that little fucking shit fight thing or whatever. It all makes sense. The dots are connecting.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness,
Or that.
and it broke?
We could do that. That also
They'd
works.
realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had CHIHIRO's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Leon. I mean, not
Seriously?
Leon. Mondo and,
I think the one who
whatever
may
the
have
nigga
taken
name
their
is.
handbook into the sauna was...
Oh, look at him. Look at him shaking. Look at him scared.
Here's my answer!
Here's my answer.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Oof.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on.
Is that
You got it
anger?
all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, we did? Make your art. Broken E-handbook, CHIHIRO's E-handbook card reader. Uh-oh.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
It's either this one
you broke your own handbook.
or the card reader one.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then
I'ma
that
try.
proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Fuck. I missed it.
See? Look,
I missed
Makoto was
it.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I missed it. I forgot the white noise shit.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, If then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
It's not it either?
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Fuck. Wait a minute.
What he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
I missed.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
I don't know.
Shoot!
I literally don't know.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
That's so
In other
stupid.
words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Why did I do that?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
If what he says you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Oh my
See?
god,
Makoto
I
was
hate
Mondo
this
wouldn't hurt a
reticle.
Let's test if what he says you
makes me
broke your
wanna
own. In
cry.
other words,
If then that proves that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Why? Why was it gone? Why was it... Shoot! My anger is rising.
Let's test Makoto's
My
assertion.
anger
if what
rises
he
straight.
says you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook...
See? Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo
My
wouldn't hurt a
anger
fly!
rises with each passing moment.
Let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words,
If Mondo... then that proves that what Makoto said is...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
How did it miss again?
Look! Makoto was wrong
Bro.
after all! Mondo
I'm
wouldn't
about to
hurt a
get
fly!
upset.
let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
I'm going to sigh.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look!
did it
Makoto
do
was wrong!
it?
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I wanna cry. You said... Here comes a... True flashback wrong and put it on works just fine. That
Let's
did not
test Makoto if what he says you broke your own. In other words, if not, then that proves...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look!
I will try it.
Makoto was wrong
once
after
more.
all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he says you broke your own hand.
In other words, if Mondo... then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
And I'm dead.
Shoot!
Poggers. Poggers. Poggers.
I refuse to give up yet.
Poggers.
Let's test Makoto's if what he said you broke your own handbook.
Oh wait, use broken handbook on you.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said.
Wait, use it on wrong or use it on works just fine? Because I could have sworn I used it on when he said it works just fine, and it told me it was wrong. So
he's right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Whoa! Press the wrong button.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, it's wrong.
I fucking did that, and it told me it was wrong. I'm so confused.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Cat.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Wait, you gotta go. Bruh. It's 7:16. Wait, no.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing argument.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw CHIHIRO in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, CHIHIRO headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who is apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting CHIHIRO, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
What? Come on, bro. What else could you have done?
The killer is you! Which is why then, remove...
Fucking god, this is annoying.
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why the then
My god.
Here's exactly what happened. Which is then remove.
How is it this?
Here's exactly what happened. Which is what then and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. I refuse to give up yet!
Oh my god, I have to start it all over again.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. she made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting CHIHIRO, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up CHIHIRO's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of CHIHIRO's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, CHIHIRO's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No, this can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
We literally just proved it, bro. about fever time and nega time. But time about if you press the R1 button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. If you push the buttons at random, so you can push X square, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. However, this only lasts until your focus here, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it will be fair if I let you exit to this special time, right?
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you! False! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False! Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Get him out of here, coach.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Oof.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Damn, Mondo.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on!
No waiting.
Time for
no
the moment we've all been
This
waiting
nigga
for.
dies.
Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
My favorite character, bro.
What?
Damn, Mondo.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
What?
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he could kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murders this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the thumb button to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was CHIHIRO Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy, He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him. It was not easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. Like, weak.
Weak.
Once killing had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world of survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet,
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he can fight in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo is the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because
if everyone knew he'd be killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately began to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room after stealing his handbook. See? Then, Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know? Even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. Before anyone knew it, had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. What do you mean peaches and cream? But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what. I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged into a street race. During the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Aw, damn. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. And yet, As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness. It just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. It was right around then that CHIHIRO asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If everyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of CHIHIRO's strength. He had the strength to think his own weaknesses, to try and overcome it. It was that kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why do you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey.
I killed him. I killed CHIHIRO. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret for the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as you want, is what I want to say. But, unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You... execution.
Well now, well now,
That's what
well
I
now,
promise
well
you,
now.
right? The black end that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I
Now
prepared
then.
a very special punishment.
Wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Damn. My favorite male character is dying. My favorite female character, my favorite male character are both dead now. That's tough. Why, Mondo? Why? Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. They turned this nigga into butter? Hey, yo. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya?
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death. This man offer a perk. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except
However,
I just don't understand why. Why do you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
honestly,
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please, continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool, he didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
well,
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from THO, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But
damn, man, if you hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Turned to look at me, I could feel his sharp eyes piercing me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Ooh?
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why? Did you like them? Well, you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? Mean?
What the heck?
Mean.
Damn it!
Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how
The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sound like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom. The curtain closed on the case of CHIHIRO and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Hello?
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Interesting. What that? Oh, thank you, sister. To be continued. Oh, so ends chapter 2, and we come back. We'll start chapter 3. See y'all then.